G'day and welcome to another episode of Chillout 3D Modeling. I'm Eric, and today I'm going to be making a low-poly Plague Doctor using a gradient map texture style. As always, you should start with your reference images, and in my case, I've even brought in another character that I've previously made, the cute Apocalypse Girl. This is just because I'm going to be making them in a similar style and proportion, so by having them there, it's another reference. I'm using them as a way to tell how I'm going to proportion everything out, and it makes things easy for me. This character is a Plague Doctor, and as such, they've been affected by plague. I'm thinking of having this character as part of I might make a series of characters and weapons and stuff on a fantasy world I want to make. I like making little worlds where I get to tell a story, have a unique, just a story. And in this one, I'm going to have a massive plague swept through the lands. The entire world is similar to medieval Europe, but with aspects of the past and future, just to make it a little more interesting. And with just a touch of magic. I want to have a very limited sense of magic. So, to have a enchanted sword, you must carve runes into the sword, and in those runes you must inlay materials to then be able to use said magic. A really limited sense of magic that makes anything magical in the world powerful and unique. The legs and feet are just little stumps that poke out the bottom of the skirt. There's no point making the legs any longer if you're never going to see them. And I make them really low poly. I just use a square to start off with and extrude it down, turning it slowly into a whole foot and shoe with a little bit of a heel as well. It's quite high in this case, but it looks fine for the proportions of the character. I had quite a hard time making the mask because I was thinking too much of the beak of the mask to be as a nose. I kept putting it where the nose would be, but it's not a nose, it's like a large beak. It does go over the nose, but it also goes over the entire mouth region. It's a massive part of the mask. So as I slowly make it bigger to fit the character. Then I start pulling up the rest of the coat to give it more of a hooded feel, as a Plague Doctor has to cover up all their skin to make sure they don't get sick. And at the time they thought that sickness was spread through smell, so they shoved herbs and flowers into the beak of the mask, which, even though their theory was wrong. In practice, it still worked because they weren't able to breathe in the actual plague. The texturing style that I'm about to start real soon is the same style that I did for the Apocalypse Girl. This style has a very small texture size. Like, the texture I use for this character is 10 by 50 pixels, and so can be run on almost anything. It'll require a small download size for any platform if you use it in a game, perchance. And it allows for easy swapping between different colored characters. So like if you want to have one character from a snow biome, you can have them have like all white and snow colored. Or if you want them from a jungle, you can have all the vibrant greens. And all you have to do is change this 10 by 50 pixel color grid, and it changes the entire character's feel. It's really good for indie games and mobile games because it's small in size and fast to make. As I come to the end here, I finish off the texturing by making sure the textures make sense. I swap them out so you might see it change color for a second. But I then put it all together and start rendering out the final renders with a few different colors. If you're still watching at this point, I want to thank you for watching the entire video. It means the world to me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are.